Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing fine with this quarantine. So this is the fourth lesson, which is about how to introduce guests to their rooms. Okay, how to introduce guests to their rooms. You are working in a hotel. In this lesson, we're going to see the techniques and how to deal with the guests when you take them and when you introduce to the rooms. How to speak with them, the techniques, and we are going to cover everything. Okay, here are some steps to follow while introducing guests to their rooms. There are some step-by-step procedures which should be followed by a hotelier while showing room to guests, while showing room to guests in general. So when you take or when you show the room to guests, there are of course several techniques and several steps to take into consideration. Mainly and more particularly, as I always say, you are working in a very professional atmosphere and a very professional milieu. So step number one, always be careful about the safety and security. So while escorting the guest, don't forget to point out on fire emergency exit and fire extinguisher on the floor. So this is very important. Okay, safety of the guest is very important. Because sometimes there might be some sudden circumstances like fire, like something which needs the fire, for example, extinguisher. So you should show the guest how to use these things, and this way you are going to avoid a lot of problems. Step two. Before entering a room, you should let your guest know how to use room key card to open the door. This may be his very first arrival in any hotel, or at least may not see the technology earlier, so he or she may not know how to use a room key card. Okay, this is in a very high class hotels or very luxurious hotels. For example, using the key card, uh, if you are working in a hotel in which they use the key card, you must know and teach or show the guest how to use this key card, especially if it's his first time arriving in such a luxurious hotel. Apart from that, it's out of respect and it's out of politeness to show your guest how to use this technology. Step number three: after the guest's entrance to the room, open the window and switch on the lights and give him or her some time to settle down a little bit. Okay, this is very important. When you open the room to your guest, don't try to ask him any questions or her that are related to his or her personal life, because it's impolite, as I said in the previous course. And second, try to give him or her some time to relax, because you don't know the circumstances through which he or she has come to that hotel. Maybe she or he has undergone some business circumstances. Maybe they are tired, so you think about that, and in this way, do not try to ask or don't try to bother them in general. Step number four: then politely seek his permission to make him familiarize with the facilities of the room. Okay, after your guest settles down, then try to ask him, may I show, for example, using expressions of politeness. Can I help you, sir? May I show you the facilities? Okay, like this. And then when he or she accepts, try to show him or her the air conditioner, for example, the toilets facilities, the bathroom, the towels, the TV, if it's smart TV or not. So try to familiarize your guest. with the facilities the room includes or the room has. Step number 5, if your guest feels comfortable and ready to listen, then give him information on room facilities in details. Okay, the air conditioning, the TV, the bathroom, the toilet, the towels, the window, the electric materials. So then you try to give him details. Okay, sir or madam, this air conditioner, okay, is very proper and works very clear, and it's okay, there is no problem with it. If it's summer, you can show him or her how to turn into very cool, okay, to cool the room. If it's okay, winter, how to heat up the room, etc. For the TV, you can show him or her, okay, how to switch it off. If he or she doesn't know the technology, okay, always keep in your mind that the guest does not know about technological products, and in this way you are going to make him or her familiarize with the technological products. For example, TV, try to show him or her how to get it connected with the phone if it's smart TV, etc. And the bathroom and the toilet, of course, you just show him or her when or how to get when you want to have shower, and then when you finish, you can just put this in this place, and you can go and relax. Step number 6. You should give your business card or tell him the way to contact you if needed. Okay, the business card is very important because sometimes the guest gets lost, and if the guest gets lost, he or she should contact you, because you who is responsible for showing him or her the room. As simple as that. Step number 7. Wish your guest a pleasant stay while leaving the room. It's okay if it depends on the timing. You can tell him have a nice morning, have a nice afternoon, have a nice evening. So it depends on the time which you show the guest his or her room. And always when you say goodbye to your guest, tell him if ever you need any help, you can just contact me without hesitation. So in this way, the guest is going to feel comfortable and safe, and he is going to know that the hotel in which he is spending numbers of nights is worth it. Okay. Step number 8. If the guest, for any reason, don't want to have room introduction at that moment, then only point out in room safe lockers location and housekeeping service button. So sometimes the guest does not want any help, or he's tired, or she's very busy. So you just tell him or show him the room safe lockers. This is for sometimes the guests have some very expensive and very private secrets, or files, if he or she is a businesswoman or businessman. So he or they in general need a place where to put something safe, where to put those valuable things.
Unit 3. Taking a reservation.
The first part of the lesson, it's related to the steps. A receptionist.
Good morning. Reservations.
Receptionist in general,
Felipe speaking.
A person who is
How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to book a room for me and my husband, please. Do you have a double room for next Wednesday?
Now
yes, we do. How many nights is it for?
2.
Exercise
Wednesday and Thursday.
Listen and do
yes,
the following
we have a double room available.
Got here
Good.
2 exercises.
How much is it?
Which
it's 225 euros per night, including breakfast.
So please
Good,
try to
that's
listen
fine.
carefully and.
Does the hotel have a restaurant? You see, we arrive in the evening at about 7 o'clock.
Yes. Would you like me to book you a table?
Oh, yes, please. Can we have a table for two at 7:30 on Wednesday evening?
Yes, madam. And your name, please?
Mrs. Julia Morel.
Do you have a contact number?
Yes. My mobile number is 07780 161 236.
Thank you, Mrs. Morel. Could you send an email or a fax to confirm your reservation?
Yes, of course.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Including breakfast.
Good, that's fine. Does the hotel have a restaurant? You see, we arrive in the evening at about 7 o'clock.
Yes. Would you like me to book you a table?
Oh, yes, please. Can we have a table for two at 7:30 on Wednesday evening?
Yes, madam. And your name, please?
Mrs. Julia Morel.
Do you have a contact number?
Yes, my mobile number is 07780 161 236.
Thank you, Mrs. Morel. Could you send an email or a fax to confirm your reservation?
Yes, of course.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, I think this is a bit fast. I'm going to repeat for you the audio.
Unit 3. Taking a reservation.
Good morning, reservations. Felipe speaking. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to book a room for me and my husband, please. Do you have a double room for next Wednesday?
Yes, we do. How many nights is it for?
2. Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes, we have a double room available.
Oh, good. How much is it?
It's 225 euros per night, including breakfast.
Good, that's fine. Does the hotel have a restaurant? You see, we arrive in the evening at about 7 o'clock.
Yes. Would you like me to book you a table?
Oh, yes, please. Can we have a table for two at 7:30 on Wednesday evening?
Yes, madam. And your name, please?
Mrs. Julia Morel.
Do you have a contact number?
Yes, my mobile number is 07780 161 236.
Thank you, Mrs. Morel. Could you send an email or a fax to confirm your reservation?
Yes, of course.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, so exercise 1 says, listen to the phone call and circle the correct answer. 1. Do Mr. or and Mrs. Morel want to book a room for Tuesday night? So we just can, okay, you just either underline or circle, no problem. Yes or no. 2. Does the room cost 225 euros per night? Yes or no again. Okay, does the room cost? When we speak about the cost, we of course speak about the price. It's okay. 3. Does the hotel have a restaurant? So after having listened to the audio, yes, the hotel has a restaurant or includes a restaurant, or no. 4. Do they want to book a table for 7 o'clock? Yes or no? This is okay. This has to do with the timing, with the time of booking the table, okay, in the restaurant if they have. 5. Does Mrs. Morel have a mobile phone? Yes or no? Of course, in this, for the first part or exercise 1, if you want to justify your answers, that would be perfect. Exercise 2, listen again and complete the 5 white boxes on the screen. So as you can see, this is a screenshot taken from the computer, which has to do with the with the chicken, or okay, with the guests information. Reservation arrival, we've got there 13/7/2004, or okay 4/7/2013. I don't care. So it depends on the date, and it's Wednesday. You are going to fill in the blanks, the white boxes or the white spaces. Nights, you are going to mention the number of the nights. Departure, it's already there, 15/7/4. It's going to be on Friday. Adults, So you should detect that. Room 1, room type, you are going to specify the type of the room. And the two last ones, contact name and contact number. So after listening carefully to the record, try to fill in the 5 white boxes or spaces. Okay, so the last part, it has to do with the writing. Okay, as I always okay make for the part of the writing several tasks. Here you go. In this part, you are asked to do 2 tasks. The first one, summarize the lesson in a paragraph. Please, in this part for the summarizing or paraphrasing, try to make it in your personal style. Because the more you summarize the lesson in your own style, the more you are going to make it easy for you while revising for the exams, or in general. In general, it's going to be easy. It facilitates the task for you to know and to recapitulate the ideas. It's okay. And of course, for paraphrasing or summarizing also, if you want to make ideas, or if you want, it's better, as I always say, to fuse them or to join all the ideas in one paragraph. It means in this task you are try to talk about the ideas which are included in the part of the lesson, which are about the steps followed to show the guest the room, and all the techniques we discussed, and all the steps from being polite to the last step of the last step while showing the guests their rooms. Task number 2 says, imagine you are working in a hotel. Your responsibility is to show guests their rooms. And one day you have a delicate situation. How would you react? Okay. Here you are working, for example, I give you a situation and you can base your writing or your exercise on the situation I gave you, or you can imagine another one. For example, you are responsible for showing the guests their rooms, and one day a guest comes, or very angry, and maybe he has problems in his work, maybe we don't know his or her circumstances. So the situation is this, and you are asked, how would you react? Are you going to fight with him or with her? Are you going to get nervous? Are you going to tell him, I'm sorry for this, even if you didn't come in the situation? Or you are going to tell your supervisor, I want you, or I want to know how are you going to react. And in this situation also, try to remember the steps we have seen while showing the guest their rooms. Or you've got another situation. You are, for example, working, again, the same, the same task. You are working in a hotel, and your responsibility is to show the guests their rooms. One day, a guest makes a checkout, and then he finds out that he had lost one of his or one of her private or very valuable things. It can be jewelry, it can be a private file or dossier. And he then tries to complain. How are you going to react to this situation? Are you going to tell him we're sorry, or try to go and check the room? So the choice is yours. So good luck for the exercises, and if you have any questions, as usual, you are welcome.